Hello everyone, good morning to all. In the last class we discussed about the physical features of India, introduction as well as about the Himalayas. Okay, now in today's class let us discuss about the second physical feature of India, that is Northern Plains. Okay, let's start the topic. So first of all, Northern Plains means, see here, Northern means north side, and plains means flat lands. Okay, flat lands. So the Northern Plains means the flat lands which lie in the north side of India. The flat land which lie north side of India are called as Northern Plains. See the figure, this is India. If we divide this India into two parts, one is North India and one is South India. In this North India, some plains are formed. So these plains are called as, see here, the location of the plains. In this area, some plains were formed because of some rivers. That's why these plains are called as Northern Plains. Okay. Now in this topic, we will discuss about how these plains were formed. That means by which rivers and their location. Okay. See here. First of all, we have to know the location of Northern Plains. See here. You know very well, because in the previous class we discussed about Himalayas. What is the location of Himalayas? From north to east. Okay? See here. Okay? These are the Himalayas. So, southwards to the Himalayas, these plains are existed. In the south direction to the Himalayas. Okay? The first point in the location is south to the Himalayas. Next, see here, these Himalayas are present in the northeast direction and this plain also present in the northeast direction, and they are parallel to each other. That means these northern plains are formed parallelly to the Himalayas. The second point in the location is these northern plains are parallel to the Himalayas. Okay? And third point, they are present in North India. Okay? Especially from north to east. That means in the northeast direction. These plains are located in the northeast, eastern part of India. Okay, these are the three important points related to the location of Northern Plains. Okay, next we will discuss about the divisions of Northern Plains. Divisions means parts. Into how many parts these plains are divided, and why they are divided into different parts. See here. Divisions of northern plains. See here, mainly the northern plains are divided into three parts. Okay, three parts. See the map. This is first part, and from here to here, second part, and in the eastern states, third part. Okay. So into how many parts? The northern Himalayas are divided into three parts. First one is in the western direction, in the western part, that is Indus Plains. Indus Plain. Okay. The plainland which is formed by the river Indus and its tributaries is known as Indus Plain. Okay. See here, in this area the tributaries of Indus river will flow. Like this. The tributaries of Indus river are flowing through in this western part of India, especially through Punjab. Okay. Do you know that Punjab is called as land of 5 rivers? So through this Punjab, 5 rivers are flowing. Those rivers are Ravi, Satluj, Chenab, Jhelum, and Beas. These are the 5 rivers which are flowing through this Punjab, and these 5 rivers are the tributaries of Indus. Okay, these 5 rivers are tributaries of Indus. I am using the word tributary. Tributary. Do you know the meaning of tributary? Tributary means the stream or small river which joins in the major river. For example, Indus river is flowing like this. Some of the other rivers are joining in this river. So all these rivers are called as tributaries. The rivers or streams which are joining in the main river are known as tributaries. So because of all these tributaries of Indus river, these Indus plains are formed. Okay. Now this is very important point, the tributaries of Indus river. In your board exams or in any competitive examination, you may get this type of question. Okay, so it is our duty to remember all these names. So how to remember these names? Is it easy or hard? It is very easy. See here, in order to remember these tributaries, I will tell you one trick. That is, trick to remember Indus tributaries. Okay, see here. Okay, before going to tell the trick, here I will classify these northern plains into 3 parts. Okay, Indus plain, And next, second one is Ganga plain. Ganga plains, Indus plains. Next, Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra plains. Ganga plains means, see here, the river Ganga flows in this direction. Okay, river Ganga. Because of the flow of river Ganga and its tributaries, some plains are formed. Those plains are called as Ganga plains. Next, Brahmaputra river. This is the location of Brahmaputra river. Okay. See here, in our India, especially in eastern part, the Brahmaputra river is entering into India, and this river is forming some plains. Those plains are called as Brahmaputra plains. Let us discuss individually later. Now, Indus plains. Okay. Let us discuss about Indus plains. So what are the divisions of northern plains? First one is Indus plain, second one is Ganga plains, third one is Brahmaputra plains. So let us discuss Indus plains. Okay, first location. These plains are found in Punjab, okay, Punjab and some parts of Haryana also. Punjab and some parts of Haryana. So most of the plain is present in Punjab. That's why we can call this Indus plain as plains of Punjab also. Plains of Punjab also. Next, formed by which river? Indus and its tributaries. Okay, Indus and its tributaries. Just now I said the tributaries of Indus river. Okay, and next, origin. Origin means birthplace. Birthplace of Indus river. So the origin is Lake Mansarovar. Lake Mansarovar. So this is a lake present in Himalayas. See the location. So this is Lake Mansarovar. Okay. From here, the Indus river born, and one stream is flowing like this. Okay. The Indus river born from Lake Mansarovar, and it is entering into India through Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, now enters through Jammu and Kashmir. I will write all the points. Enters through Jammu and Kashmir and flows through just now I said that the tributaries of Indus river are flowing through Punjab. That means we can say the Indus and its tributaries are flowing through Punjab. Okay. After flowing through Punjab, it will enter into Pakistan. That means some of the tributaries of Indus River enters into Pakistan, and in the Pakistan the length of this river is more than the length of Indus River which is present in India. Okay, now if we compare the length of flow in India as well as in Pakistan it will flows in more area. Okay. Then enters into Pakistan. Okay. After entering into Pakistan, the river will drain their water into. Here one sea will be present. Do you know that sea? Arabian Sea. Okay, into Arabian Sea, the water of Indus River drains. That means finally the Indus River will join in the Arabian Sea. Drains. Drains means it empties its water. The water of the Indus River finally joins in Arabian Sea. Okay, Arabian Sea. Okay, now we have to discuss about the tributaries of Indus River. Okay, just now I said now how to remember the tributaries of Indus River. So for that we have one trick. Let us see the trick now. Trick to remember. Indus tributaries. Okay. See here. There are two persons, Chinna and Ravi. Okay now. There are two persons, Chinna and Ravi. Chinna and Ravi. Okay. Now they both ate 20 jalebis. They like jalebis very much. That's why they ate 20 jalebis. Okay. 20 jalebis. 20 jalebis in suit. Okay. They wear one suit, and after wearing that suit they ate 20 jalebis. Okay now, 20 means in Hindi beans. Okay, 20 means beans. Here Chinna and Ravi ate 20 jalebis or beans jalebis in suit. From this Chinna we can get Chinab. This is one tributary. Next from Ravi we can get Ravi. Spelling is same. Ravi. Next from this bees we can get one more tributary, that is bees. Okay. Next jalebis. From these jalebis we can get Jeelam. And from suit we can get Sucklage. Okay. From Chinna, Chinab. Ravi, Ravi. Bees, bees. Jalebis, Jeelam. Suit, Sucklage. Okay. Chinna and Ravi ate bees jalebi in suit. So this is a small trick. If you remember this trick, then you can write easily all the tributaries of Indus River. Okay. Chinna and Ravi, they ate 20 jalebis, bees jalebis in suit. Now the second topic, the second division, Ganga Plains. Okay. In this topic also, first of all, we have to see the location. So the location of Ganga river is, that means in the north eastern direction only. Okay, in the north eastern direction, mainly north eastern direction and parallel, this symbol parallel to Himalayas. Okay, parallel to the Himalayas. Next, origin. Origin means the birthplace. Here, the Ganga river origin place is, or the birthplace is, one glacier that is present in Uttarakhand. That glacier name is Gangotri Glacier. Okay, Gangotri Glacier. That is the origin or birthplace of Ganga river. That is present in Uttarakhand. Okay. Gangotri Glacier. Okay, in Uttarakhand. Okay. Next, after origin flows through which places this river is flowing? Starting in Uttarakhand, and next Uttar Pradesh, next Bihar, next a little bit portion of Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, UK means not United Kingdom, this is Uttarakhand, next Uttar Pradesh, UP, next Bihar, next some part of Jharkhand, next some part of West Bengal. Okay, finally joins in destination or drains into. I will write destination or drains into. So finally this river will join in Bay of Bengal. Okay, finally the Ganga river will join in Bay of Bengal. Okay, now in this topic we have to discuss one more point that is important. How these Ganga plains are formed, or by which river, by which tributaries of Ganga they form. Okay, these Ganga plains are formed by the river Ganga and its tributaries. Formed by Ganga and its tributaries. Okay. So what are the tributaries of Ganga? Tributaries of Ganga. So here there are so many tributaries for river Ganga. Let's see what are those. So first of all, Yamuna. Next, Son. Next, Damodar. Next, Kosi. Next, Ghagra. Next, Gandak. And the one more thing is Gomti. Okay? Yamuna, Son, Damodar, Kosi, Ghagra, Gandak, Gomti. All these are the tributaries of Ganga river. Okay? Now how to remember all these names? For this also we have a trick. Okay, no? If you follow the simple trick, you can remember all these tributaries easily. Now let's see what is the trick. Trick to remember tributaries of Ganga. Okay, tricks to remember tributaries of Ganga. So I will tell one sentence, you have to remember that sentence. Okay, यशोदा को 3G नेटवर्क है। यशोदा को 3G नेटवर्क है। 3G network in mobile, 3G, 4G. Okay, networks we have now, 3G SIM, 4G SIM, like that. The same way यशोदा को 3G network है. Okay, this is the sentence. What is the sentence? यशोदा को 3G network है. In this, Ya stands for Yamuna. Next, Yasho, so for Son. Da for Damodar. Okay, Yashoda, Yamuna, Son, Damodar. Next, Ko for Kosi. Next, 3G. 3G means G. 3 G's. First G, second G, third G. Okay, first G stands for Ghagra. Second G stands for Gomti. Third G stands for Gandak. by this code we have written all the tributaries of river Ganga. Okay, यशोदा को 3G network है. This is the trick. Try to remember the trick. Okay, and what is the trick for the tributaries of river Indus? That is, tell me what is that? There are two persons, Chinna and Ravi. They ate 20 jalebis, beach jalebis. Okay, now in suit. That is the trick. Okay. Next, we have to discuss about the river Brahmaputra. That means the Brahmaputra plains. Okay, Brahmaputra plains. Third topic is Brahmaputra plains. So this is the third division of northern plains. See here, third division in eastern states. Okay. Okay, first point. These plains are formed by which river? River Brahmaputra. Formed by Brahmaputra river and its tributaries. Okay, river Brahmaputra and its tributaries. Next, what are those tributaries? Let us discuss later. Next, origin. Origin means birthplace. Birthplace of this Brahmaputra river. Okay, that is also from Lake Mansarovar. See here, from Lake Mansarovar, one stream flowing towards east. That is Brahmaputra river. Okay. And this Brahmaputra river is entering into India through Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, through Arunachal Pradesh, Brahmaputra river is entering. Now, origin is Lake Mansarovar. Okay, Lake Mansarovar. This is the origin place of river Brahmaputra. Okay, that Brahmaputra river is flowing through here. This is the Tibet. This total area is Tibet. From Tibet, the river starting, and finally it is entering into India through Arunachal Pradesh. Enters into India through which state? Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, Arunachal Pradesh. Next, flows through which states the river is flowing means Arunachal Pradesh. Simply I am writing Arunachal Pradesh, and Assam, okay, and Meghalaya. Through these states the river is flowing and the river forming some fertile plains. Okay, now those plains are called as Brahmaputra plains because of the river Brahmaputra and its tributaries. Some plains are formed in these states. Those plains are called as Brahmaputra plains. Next, final point, destination. The river Brahmaputra drains into drains into. So into which sea the river Brahmaputra will drain? Same, Bay of Bengal. Okay, Bay of Bengal. Okay, now our task is to remember the tributaries of river Brahmaputra. So first of all, what are the tributaries of river Brahmaputra? There are mainly two tributaries are there. Okay, two important tributaries of Brahmaputra are there. First one is Lohit, second one is Dibang. Okay, Lohit and Dibang. These are the two main tributaries of river Brahmaputra. So how to remember? Actually, these are two names only. That's why we can easily remember Lohit, Dibang. But to remember easily, we have a trick. That is, do you know cricketer Rohit Sharma? Always he will hit sixes, na? More sixes. So that's why Rohit bang bang. Rohit bang bang. Okay, Rohit. From this Rohit, Lohit will come. Next, bang. Dibang. Okay, Lohit, Dibang. So that is the trick. Okay, now what are the advantages of all these northern plains? Advantages or importance. Okay, advantages, or we can sometimes also call importance. So guess the advantages and the importance of northern plains. These are very fertile. First point is very fertile. Okay, very fertile. Fertile means this these plains contain so many minerals and nutrients. Minerals and nutrients. All these are helpful for the crop growth. If you want to grow more and more crops, then the land should be fertile. The land should contain all the minerals and nutrients. Okay. First thing is these plains are very fertile. So, and one more thing is, through these plains so many rivers are flowing. So many rivers. Why I mentioned so many? Mainly 3 rivers and their tributaries also flowing. That's why I mentioned so many rivers. So many rivers flowing through these plains. Flowing through these plains. If rivers are flowing, that means the water facility is good or not? Good. So water supply is also very good. Water supply also Very good. Okay. And plain land means already the land is flat. Okay. Because of all these reasons, these plains are suitable for agriculture. So agriculture is developed here. Agriculture is developed. Okay. So more number of people settled here. More number of people settled in these plains. So we can say that population density also more. See here. From this topic you may get one question like this. Why the population density of northern plains is more? That means here the northern plains are very fertile because so many rivers are flowing through these plains and water supply also available in a good amount. Why? Because all these rivers are flowing. Water is present, land is fertile. That's why these plains are suitable for agriculture. So agriculture is developed. Agriculture is developed in the that means the dependent industries also developed here. The agro-based industries, that means the industries which depends upon the agriculture products, also developed in these plains. Okay. So employment also present. That's why so many people came to here and they settled here. Because of these reasons, population density is more. Okay. In the next class, we will discuss about the peninsular plateau.